I'm going to confess something.
Confess.
Iris and Miles, meet cute. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Real Chums. We're talking about movies feels like hanging out with friends. I'm your host, Marcel, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Danny.
This week, we are discussing the 2006 film The Holiday, directed and written by Nancy Meyers, starring Kate Winslet, Cameron Diaz, Jude Law, Jack Black, and a few more.
Yeah.
Not a huge cast.
Not a huge cast, but yeah. Okay, before we jump into our discussion today, this is our last episode for the year. End of season 1. So, thank you everyone that's been listening, following on socials, on YouTube. We really couldn't be doing this without you, the listeners.
And we appreciate you. Truly, I mean, this was just Thanksgiving. We hope that you had a great Thanksgiving, and we want to let you know we are so grateful for you. For those of you who do listen to us on a weekly basis, or just catch us on replay or whatever, it does mean a lot to us.
Yeah. So with that said, though, we will be back for season 2 mid-January. Mm-hmm. Again, follow us on socials for the exact date, but we will be re-releasing previous episodes just as a way to stay in touch, I guess.
Yeah, just so you guys get something in the feed every week, but also for anyone who's new, can listen to some of the ones that we've hand-selected. We may or may not have something for Christmas. We haven't decided yet, but for now, it's just going to be replays. And stay tuned on YouTube for any releases or stuff that we might do there.
Next, we're also going to be, our first episode of next year is going to be kind of a best of 2023. So we'll have on our socials, we'll have a survey of just funny, unique categories of awards. Mm-hmm. The Real Chums Awards. We'll come up with a cool name for it.
Yeah, we'll workshop it.
ChatGPT
it now.
But so make sure you fill that out because we want to hear from you. We're going to have obviously like your best or your favorite comic book movie, but we're also going to have some like wonky, funny categories there.
Yep.
And we'll talk about that on our first episode of the year.
Please be sure to subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts and follow us on social at Real Chums so you don't miss an episode and you can just join the conversation because really at the end of the day, we have a conversation between friends and we want you, our chums, to join in after the fact. With that being said, let's roll that intro.
Okay, so question of the day.
Question of the day, baby. Bro, I've missed the question.
Is this Jude Law at his hottest?
Bro, that's a killer question. This is give me some other contenders.
This is Jude Law post Talented Mr. Ripley, artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is prior to the Hogwarts, the Dumbledore.
Oh,
him
yeah.
being Dumbledore.
Yeah.
This is also, I don't know if you know this, but this is 2006, right?
Yeah.
I think in 2007 he was cast as Superman for that the Justice League movie the Batman versus Superman movie that never came to be. It was going to be him as Superman, and rumor was Colin Farrell, the Irish,
yeah,
as Batman.
Colin Farrell's Batman?
Yeah.
Who now plays a penguin?
Who now plays a penguin, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, no, it was confirmed. He's talked about it, how it was confirmed, and like he was super excited. So it was like a full circle for him to come back and be Penguin.
I'm sure he still wants to do Batman.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't want to do Batman?
Who doesn't want to do Batman?
Serious. Yeah. I think he'd actually be a pretty good Batman.
I think he would have been a great Batman.
Jude Law, Superman? Debatable. Maybe? I don't know though.
Here's the thing. I've always been like, nah, I don't believe it. I don't see it. But then after this most recent watch of The Holiday,
you're like, okay.
I was like, when he has those glasses.
Oh, okay.
I was like, all right, I see it.
Okay.
And like the curl to his hair. I was like, okay.
I mean, this is pretty sexy Jude Law. Let's be serious. Okay. I mean, I have a man crush on the guy in this movie. Let's go.
Yeah.
He's freaking good looking. And he's got a British accent. So like.
And he's a dad, a single father.
Yeah. Rocking it.
What else do you want, man?
Just trying to make his life just less complicated.
Let us know. Is this Jude Law at his no, not finest. At his hottest.
At his hottest. I mean, some people freaking love him as Dumbledore.
I'm one of those people. Look,
Him as Dumbledore is pretty. He's pretty smooth there.
he's pretty snazzy, man. Like those 3-piece suits with the hat.
He's got this like knowledge of like what's happening, but doesn't let anything happen. I mean, it's pretty great.
He's a great Dumbledore. He's probably like the highlight of those movies. But here's my question.
Okay.
Here's another question.
Here's a follow-up question, huh?
What happened to Dumbledore?
We're derailing
we're derailing this. This is my question I've wanted from these prequels. Okay, that are never going to happen now because they're scratching them out. Like, anyways, here's the main question: what happened to Dumbledore to go from being a snazzy 3-piece suit, handsome individual with a nice trim of a beard, beautiful hair, to this man who let himself go and wearing a robe every day and just this long, nasty beard? Like, what happened?
I mean, continuity wise, I guess you're right. It might be. It's a little odd.
That's all.
I mean, maybe it's
that was the one question I wanted resolved from these prequels. Everything else, yeah, it's cool. It's whatever.
He loses his that third one ends. Maybe we were supposed to get that in the fourth one that got sacked.
Maybe in the fourth one he got like some curse that doesn't allow him to like
Wear pants.
Wear pants. Those are the questions I need answered.
Those are the real questions. Oh man, I forget. Jude Law is in King Arthur, the Legend of the Swords. It's wild. It's like it's a little ridiculous.
I don't think so.
He's pretty snazzy in that one too. I just think Jude Law, period. He's also pretty great in Sherlock Holmes.
He is great in Sherlock Holmes.
The bowler hat and the like. Oh man, Jude Law, period.
No, he is great in those Sherlock Holmes movies.
All right, let us know in the comments or on our social what you guys think. Okay, as you know, if you're a longtime Real Chums fan listener, you know that rom-coms come in with a checklist to know, is this a rom-com top-notch movie? All right, we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. We got 9 categories.
We have 9 categories, yeah.
To select. Okay, we're going to go through them real fast. Soundtrack, meet cute, a ridiculous situation, the friend, sidekick, the setting, location, chemistry between the leads, a conflict that separates our lovebirds, and the epiphany, aha moment, grand gesture.
So these are we built these out. We've talked about it in our rom-com episode.
He's being too modest. Marcel wrote these out, okay? I just showed up. I just edited the podcast.
Which is a lot. But this is in that rom-com episode that we did earlier this year.
Yeah.
We did Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah.
And
While you
were sleeping. And as we were going through it, I made the bold statement of like,
The Holiday might be.
you know what? I think The Holiday is the one that like checks a big chunk of these. And I even said, oh man, we should have done The Holiday.
You did.
So I think that's why that is why we're bringing this back up.
And it's because of the
It's
holidays.
because of the holidays, right? So
All right.
there's
Plot.
that.
Give us the plot.
So this movie takes place following 2 women who have gone through a breakup, and they decide to switch homes in different countries in order to get over their breakups.
Yeah, Airbnb before Airbnb was Airbnb.
Yeah, talk about like
I was watching
old tech.
I know. I was like, whoa, like this is like not weird, but like interesting.
A little bit on the nose, but off. Like
Yeah, it's like, oh, that aged pretty good.
it's pretty good.
Even though everyone was like, it's like 2006. I mean, like the internet is still young.
Yeah.
And so like, I love that it's like a message board and like they're trying to figure out this home exchange thing. And I'm like, wait, people were on the internet like actually doing this? Like before Airbnb was.
That's what I want to know. Was this a thing in 2006? Like you could switch trade homes, or here's the real question: did they just like do an even switch, or did they pay? Because like it sounds like you would have to purchase, right, or making some kind of transaction of like
some kind.
I'm gonna sleep at your place, right? But
But these guys were just like switching.
Cameron Diaz's character was like, oh, but we have to switch.
Yeah.
Or I think it was her or Iris's character.
Anyways. Oh, side note, I'm a sucker for Kate Winslet. Dude.
Kate Winslet
I forgot that I was like, oh, Kate Winslet this. And I'm like, oh, dang. That woman is amazing.
Great.
She's amazing. Have you seen Mayor of Easttown? You need to watch Mayor
but
of...
I've heard great things about it.
No, look, this weekend, you have to watch it.
Okay.
It's one season.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it's like 10 episodes. It is heavy, but it is amazing.
Okay.
It is hands down some of the best television out there.
Okay.
So
I've heard nothing but great things.
Yes, it is nothing but great things. Kate Winslet is nothing but great things.
Kate Winslet is nothing but great things. She is phenomenal.
Okay, so how do you want to go about this? Do we want to just kind of go through some of the things, or do we want to tackle? Yeah, let's just go through some of the things. Let's talk about characters.
Okay.
So let's talk about characters, and we'll discuss meet cute.
Okay. I really love Iris, the character of Iris.
Yes.
I think her introduction, like those 12 minutes where we see who she is, what her philosophy on love is like.
Yes.
What her rocky road to trying to find love has been. Her finding out that this freaking dick is engaged.
Dude, Rufus Sewell. Okay, as Jasper, let me just tell you, he's also in the show on Netflix called The Diplomat. Phenomenal.
Oh yeah, he is in that.
He's in it, right. And he almost plays the same, not manic, but kind of.
He's a husband, right?
He's a husband to the diplomat. Mm-hmm. There's a whole. I don't want. Well, I guess we're spoilers here. We don't. we give two rats on this pod about what you. He's the husband to the diplomat who gets put over, but he himself was a diplomat for Israel, or whatever. But he would put himself in ridiculous situations, and his wife would come and have to save him, or basically fire, duct taping all the holes that he's leaving. But they're getting a divorce.
Okay.
But then they find out that she's on a list to get put in as VP. The whole movie, the whole show, is literally Jasper's scenes, less provocative, slightly still dickish, but
still dickish,
but also very charismatic, and but the way his mannerisms, are so strong, and his facial features, his bone structure, is you're just I mean, the way I think Kate Winslet's and their performances were phenomenal.
Phenomenal. I wrote in my notes that by minute 9 and 40 seconds,
yes,
we're introduced to everything we need to know about Kate Winslet, about Iris.
By Iris, yes.
Right? And it's just such a great introduction to this character that I'm here for. One, Kate Winslet, 100%.
Yes.
Two, it's just I feel for this character.
Yes.
And I hate Jasper.
Absolutely.
With a passion.
What a dick.
What a dick.
I mean, can you just come in? I got you a Christmas present. I did too. Oh, I left it in my car.
I'll ship it, or
I'll send it to you. Yeah. No, it's okay. Yeah, we'll talk about this. And then he announces freaking engagement. No.
And then
no.
But I will say this, Kate's performance in finding out, right? Her heart sinks.
And the shots.
Yeah.
I love the fact that they've got this tied up on Jasper, and it you would they look far away. But then when you cut to the other cross and you're looking at her, you have more of a it's probably a 35 mil, right? And you see it's a up high, and you just see the sea of of coworkers, and she's in that center, and it just is she's being it's just slightly pushing in, and the devastation of it, and I just
along with that, then she goes home, and I think this is something that really stood out to me. I think Cameron Diaz's approach to the character is a little bit over the top, and I get it. I think it's intentional to the sense that she's a fish out of water because she's in a whole new other place and she hates it and whatnot. But there are times where it's like, okay, that's tone it down, right? Okay. But when Kate cries in her room after coming home, and like she just like it's a little bit over dramatic, but she does it so well. Like it's tasteful.
Okay, listen. Tasteful. That is the key word here, people. Let me tell you this. I have a theory about this movie. I love when you brought up I love The Holiday.
Yeah.
I'm watching this time and I'm like, what is happening here? This feels very because like you just talked about how by minute, what'd you say, minute 90?
9 minutes and 40 seconds.
9 minutes and 40 seconds. Okay, we know exactly who Iris is, her perspective there. Okay, you've come over to Cameron Diaz's character. Just forgot her. Amanda and her situation. Do you like? We know. I don't know. It might have been maybe a little bit less, maybe like 6 minutes on like the breakdown of that. But what we know is that she works a lot. She like has an unintended boyfriend that she like overly like gets upset or whatever. Like she's throwing fits and she makes a crap ton of money, and yet she doesn't really do anything for her job. And it's like,
it's true.
Okay, look, all I'm saying is, I'm like, wait, she just shows up and tells him some, like, the editor, was she an editor? And then she worked her way up as, like, to be head editor trailer, like, or, trailer supervisor or whatever. I don't know what the heck is going on here. I feel like they wrote a movie for Kate Winslet, and then all of a sudden, they're like, how do we make this story work? Let's just throw in another situation and coming in. Because I feel like this time watching it, I feel like Cameron Diaz was weak.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I think these are two separate movies that Nancy Meyers like wrote.
And she didn't get greenlit.
And she was like, maybe I can combine these. That
was the other thought.
I did a little digging on this.
Okay.
Because a lot of people have like theorized this.
Yeah.
And I guess during the press, the rounds of press that she did, like it was brought up. But she claims it wasn't. Like, she claims that, like, this is a fully baked story from the beginning.
Okay, well, it's weak on the Cameron Diaz section.
It is. And especially, like, what I don't like, well, one of the things I don't like from her storyline is just, like, the the voiceover from the trailer guy.
It's so disruptive.
And I'm watching it this last time and I'm like, why was the decision made to do that? Like,
what? Why was
the director? Why did Nancy write that out and then shoot it and say like, yeah, we're gonna have, but just on Cameron's perspective, not on Iris. Right? Or anyone else. It's just her. We just get this voiceover like...
Yeah, but I think where I get... You're right. Because, like, it's only when her... And it's only after she gets to Sorry? Or Sorrow?
Surrey.
Surrey.
Freaking Mexican here.
Freaking Mexican. Oye, cállate. No. So she gets there, and that's, like, the first time we get it. Wouldn't it be better if like her like we have a whole like trailer to her life that she plays up in her head before we get introduced into her, that we know this internal monologue of herself when she's with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't happen until after she gets to Surrey. Like it just feels super out of place. And again, it's like this thing where like, okay, was she more of an editor? Like, there's just a lot of these weird little things. Like, I get it. Movie producing and living in Hollywood, there's a lot of stuff that happens that a lot of people get paid a ton of money to call things. This makes me just hate more executives.
Tell us how you feel, Danny.
It makes me hate executives so much more. Because I'm like, Kaczynski as the editor over there looking at her like...
And Catherine Hahn.
Yeah. I'm like, what? Wasted.
I will say though, like I do appreciate what they're trying to do with Amanda, the character of someone who doesn't show emotion, who's so caught up in work that she says, who has time for sex? Like that's our motto in life.
Yeah.
And so like I love that, especially with the contrast of an Iris.
Yeah.
Who is quick to open up her heart, right?
Yeah.
And so like I love the two contrasts. But at the same time, that's why I also feel like these are two separate movies.
Yeah.
That at some point they just like cut out a bunch of things on the screenplay aspect and we're like, all right, we're gonna combine it into one.
I felt like it was just like one movie, and they're like, we need to find some other catalyst let's just throw in another person, and this will be a good. Before we get to the meet cute, because I think that's where we need to go to. I guess, is a ridiculous situation. Should we address?
This is a ridiculous situation.
The fact that
the fact that they're switching homes,
and the fact that Iris has held on to this, continues to hold off on this guy, who she's in love with, and then later we find out Amanda has like a trouble to feel emotions because she cried so much as a child because her parents separated.
Yeah,
like, my parents separated. I was also crying. I still cry.
I still cry.
Okay.
Also, just like the idea that I just lost my train of thought. Darn it.
Must have been a lie.
I just had it there. Yeah, so that's your ridiculous situations, right? I think like the fact that you just like pick up, go switch homes
3 in like 2 days, a day.
In a day. She's like, I can be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right. That's what's ridiculous. Oh, here's my other thought. Cameron Diaz meeting up with the brother of her renter. I guess.
Her exchangee.
Yeah, exchangee. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. Yeah. Okay,
for sure.
I think it's a good ridiculous situation.
So on a ridiculous situation, ding. Well done. All right. So the meet cute. Okay, which one do you want to start with?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna confess something.
Confess.
Iris and Miles meet cute. I absolutely love. It gets me every time. Every time I watch it, we could put it on right now, and I would just get the biggest smile. I love that meet cute.
What is it about it?
Yeah, Jack Black pulling up in this convertible, okay, with his model actress / whatever girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay. The San Bernardino winds?
Yeah.
The Santa Anas.
Yeah, the Santa Anas.
Right? Are hitting, and it just plays it. The wind is going, and like they're talking about like who she is, why she's staying over. He's just dropping something off. Like whatever. He's friends of her assistant or something like that?
She's friends with the ex-boyfriend of Amanda.
Oh, that's right.
Because he was a composer and he's a composer.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then just getting something stuck in her eye.
Oh,
it's not like
it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, but I think it works so well because like he's not like being like he's not like necessarily hitting on her. He's just like, let me help you with that, and he's like informing her about like about Hollywood and LA and what it's like, and it's just I love it all.
You know what I love about it is I truly feel that this is literally just Jack Black. Jack Black played himself in this movie,
which I have issues with. We'll get to it in a second.
Maybe to a fault, but like, I feel like to a degree, he literally just he was just young. It was young Jack Black. He was charismatic. He was super, friendly but flirty, which is, like there's a little bit of like, well, wait, isn't he like dedicated to this girl?
Yeah.
We'll get there. In any case, I also really, I thoroughly enjoy. Part of it is because Kate Winslet, again.
It's Kate Winslet
who comes in for the win.
I think having to perform and act with a Jack Black, who is so goofy,
yeah,
and for you to have to like make this meet cute, sincere and authentic, she delivers. I don't think anyone else could have done it.
No,
I think another actress would have just kind of like, I don't know, it wouldn't have been sincere. And I think Kate Winslet does it. I love this meet cute. I love it.
Okay, so meet cute for Iris.
For Iris and Miles?
Ding.
Yeah.
Okay. Amanda and Graham.
Tell me your thoughts.
Cameron Diaz. Look, I don't know why. I don't know I used to love Cameron Diaz when I was younger. Maybe everyone did, and I don't know what it is. At this point, I'm like, she gets like he comes in, Jude Law slays.
Yeah.
Cameron Diaz's character is asking too much.
Oh, we're gonna get comments there.
I'm sorry.
No.
Maybe not asking too. But what it comes down to is like it. I used to love that meet cute. I used to really enjoy it. I thought it was, I used to. But now it just feels like, it's not strong enough.
I think it's over. It's too long.
It's too long. That is 100% what it is. It was,
I love a good foreplay. That's what's going on here.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But it was too long.
It was too long. And I think what it was is like that middle section before she like does the invitation for sex. Mm-hmm. Look, good on her.
Yeah.
Get her ex-boyfriend who's a trash out. Right. Mm-hmm. I get it. Right. But that whole in the movie, just cut out like 3 lines.
Yeah.
Cut out 3 lines. Get to it a little bit sooner, so we get the playfulness of the two. Because I think when Cameron and Jude Law were like reacting, when they were trying to get a little bit more sincere or playful, they worked really well.
Yeah.
It was in the other moments where like I felt like Cameron was just like doing this thing, and then she like showed up for the one scene, and I was like, okay, well, that was fun.
That was fun. Look, I think, and again, you said it perfectly. I think Jude Law does so well in that scene. Him coming in drunk, being respectful, flirty, forgetting her name.
Yeah,
like he nails it really well.
Yes,
that I think when you have a character that's a little bit, buzzed, and you have a Cameron Diaz who's also kind of being over the top, it loses it for me.
Yeah.
Right? Jude Law nails it, and I think he was phenomenal in that meet cute. But I think Cameron Diaz is just kind of going all over, and then it was just too long.
Because she's already like upset about stuff, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's too long. I don't want to spend to it. So for me, cute under Amanda. No, we won't give her. We'll knock her.
For me, it's safe just because of Jude Law.
Okay.
I mean, this whole movie is just because of Jude Law.
Fair. Okay. I mean, yeah. All right. What do you want to talk about next?
Let's address that they're really, the friend / sidekick. Traditionally in a rom-com, you have the one friend that they're kind of bouncing off ideas, who's kind of also like pushing them to push their boundaries, right? Or whatever. Not here.
I mean, okay, or is it
you have, what's his name?
Eli Wallach as Arthur?
Arthur.
I feel like Arthur did a great job.
Yeah.
Again, this is why I feel like
This is one.
a Kate Winslet movie that just got a Kate Winslet, and they're like, we want Kate Winslet and Jude Law. Who else can we put in here?
Let's rewrite this. Let's rewrite that other movie that you had and put it all into here.
Because I'm like, when I looked at Meyers, like she did she's got quite a.
No, Nancy Meyers she's a force to be reckoned with.
She is a force to be reckoned with.
She's solid.
She's a writer director. She wrote the Mary Kate and Ashley. No,
The Parent Trap.
The Parent Trap.
She wrote Parent Trap. She wrote The Father of the Bride. I love those movies.
Yeah. She also did. There's another one that recently came out. It's got that.
She did The Intern.
Oh, The Intern. I really like that one, by the way.
Something's Gotta Give?
Yes.
With what's his face?
Yeah.
Man. With Diane Keaton and Jack Nicholson.
Yeah. Also good. Look, all I'm saying is, like, I don't know what was going on with the script, with the situation. Is I'm like, we have and Arthur's great. You know, one of my favorites, one of my scene that I really enjoy, the dinner scene. Arthur and his buddies
The Hanukkah.
The Hanukkah.
Yeah.
The Hanukkah dinner. Okay? Were you going to bring this up?
Yeah. Such a great scene.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I watched it with Sadie, right? Sadie turns over to me and she's like, after Jack Black says, hey, you're going to call me for Pinochle, right? She's like, I literally think that actually were talking about Pinochle. And he like legit asked
them.
Jack Black was like legit just riffing, hey, no, you're going to call me for Pinochle later, right?
I love that scene. I think for a lot of reasons. One, it really like, I think it adds on to the foundation of that meet cute between Iris and Miles.
Yes.
It really like strengthens the friendship that Iris has with Arthur.
Yes.
Right? And it just it really sets our characters like on this trajectory to like progress. And I love it. Arthur, like the character of Arthur is just so powerful.
And again, Kate Winslet and Arthur, dynamic duo right there.
Yeah.
Like her desire, like her just stepping in, wanting to help him out and like pushing him to do something while he pushes her to like learn to like find women with gumption.
With gumption, find her self-worth, right?
Yes. Which we all need.
We all need that.
We need more movies. We all need to have our own self-worth, but more importantly, we need more women to know that they deserve to have self-worth.
Yeah. So with that, the ding to Arthur and Iris.
Yeah.
However, the other couple, no. All
right. Setting locations. Come on.
Perfect.
So good.
What more do you want than Surrey and freaking LA, dude?
Okay, can I just talk about one thing in Surrey though? I love the fact that like there's like you just know that the one bar everyone just goes to the one bar.
It's the one place. It's the one place to hit.
I also absolutely despise the several I love the scenic scene of Surrey. It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
I would love to just go visit just because it would be fun. And sometimes small towns have those like funky, quirky little things that happen. Like the one diner that is completely amazing and nothing's about it.
Yeah.
You only people who do go and you ask around and you say this is where you go, right? Mm-hmm. It's not on freaking TripAdvisor. It's not like on Google reviews. It's just like the mom and pop shop that doesn't care about life.
Yeah.
They're keep crushing it. But I think the theme for Cameron Diaz is everything's too long. Okay, her walking to the freaking house, too long. Her running back,
too long.
Too long.
Yeah.
All of it too long.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. And that's true because this last rewatch, I was like, I want to go back to Iris.
The whole time.
We spend a lot of time with Jude Law and Cameron Diaz. I'm curious, like, if at some point, like, some executive was like, we need to rewrite this so that it's more focused on these two hot individuals
at the time,
right? Not that Kate isn't.
No, freaking she's a babe, bro.
Yeah, but like acting, next to Jack Black, they were probably like, I wonder if an executive was like, no, we need to rewrite this to.
We need to feature Jude Law.
Yeah,
that'll get the girls in.
Yeah,
dude, you're right.
That's
freaking executives.
Freaking executives, man, every time. But in addition, the movie doesn't really like for example, it's not like a La La Land where you're going to all these places, right?
I was about to say that.
It's not that. It does so, like, the set design does so great at just like making the house in Surrey just so comfy.
Yeah.
Both houses, hers, Graham's, and then just like when they go out on a date and like just seeing that montage, like it's so good. So like kudos to the set design.
Yeah.
For that. I was reading that like they built that house, the Iris's house. They just built that from scratch.
No way.
Yeah. The exterior, the interior shots were all done at a studio. But exterior was that was just all built.
That's crazy.
Yeah. They just found the field and they're like, let's build an exterior there.
That's crazy.
And it just happened to snow, which added to it all.
Dude, it's so good. LA, like you said, it lacked a little bit of like Hollywood or whatever.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm okay with it for two reasons. It's because it's about someone coming from out of country into Hollywood, and she's finding someone who is Hollywood.
Someone who is Hollywood.
Arthur,
Both Arthur and Miles.
Correct, right? Miles riffing off of he's 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 given left and right quizzes on two notes, bottom. Do you like that scene?
That's where
you lose it.
That's where I lose it.
Does you lose it for the rest of the movie, or do you lose it just for the scene?
I have an issue. Well, let me get on my soapbox real quick.
Give it to me. I'm ready for another.
This is post School of Rock for Jack Black. Okay, which huge hit. They let Jack Black do his thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I think he came into here, and he was given a little bit too much free reign to do what he wanted to do.
Him and Cameron.
Yeah. And so like I think I get lost in that scene because it's just like, all right, man, like this is just Jack Black being Jack Black, right?
Yeah.
And maybe that's why they cast him for like that. I don't know, like
okay,
it's whatever, but that's where I get lost is with him, which is the same issue that I have. Here's my soapbox with this year's Super Mario Brothers movie. Okay, his little song to Peach.
Yeah. About.
I think that was like it gets a little bit over the top at the end. And I know it was like number 1 on the charts, bro, for a bit there.
Dude, my kids listen to it forever.
But I think the same thing happened. They just gave him a piano and they were just like, we're going to add animation to this after you write something. Okay? I don't think, and that was him riffing. I don't think I don't think that was written by the writers. I think that was him just showing up, giving a piano and riffing, and then they animated after it.
Yeah.
And it was just too much for me. Like I love School of Rock, but like in this case, in both these two situations, I'm like, dude, let's consolidate that energy.
But when it comes to Mario Bros, you can't go wrong when it literally was top song or top like track for I don't know how long. Plus, helped just promote the crap out of that movie.
Sure, but it's the too much riffing, and I know that's a Jack Black thing.
Yeah, I mean it is. I mean,
but it's just
you're not wrong.
That's where I have issues with it.
Yeah,
I know someone listening to this right now is like commenting me like this Marcel guy. What a hater.
What? But for the advocates, okay. I think the only thing is that at the end of the day, Mario was just for a good time.
Yeah,
to enjoy and get something that we wanted, something good for a long time, and they delivered.
Yeah,
and it was just a fun, maybe they didn't have enough like time frame. They're like, what could we do? Let's throw it to Jack Black.
Let's throw it to Jack Black. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So who knows? And you're not wrong. Okay, so this brings to the question then: do we feel that there's a good enough chemistry between the leads? Because here's my case number 1, okay? That scene, the scene where we go to the movies, you're 100% correct in the fact that Jack Black becomes Jack Black. Kate Winslet completely carries the show.
Yeah.
Because they weakly wrote Jack Black's little love interest. This is, like Samantha from freaking Jersey who's trying to make it in, and someone, finds out that, because he's on a date with Kate Winslet. How is he upset? How is she not upset with him?
Is he on a date? Did they bump into each other there?
No. They're easily on a date. Come on, bro.
Okay. I mean,
what do you guys think, people? Let us know. Sure?
Yeah, okay. All right.
They're hanging out at a movie store?
And they got like ice cream right before, right?
Yeah.
Because I think he was eating something.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Now look, you can go on a date with a friend.
Sure.
That's not a big deal, right? But the fact that he sees his go with a guy and he's on this other date, I'm saying is weak. Okay. Chemistry there, carried by Kate Winslet.
100%.
Okay. Graham and Cameron. Every single time you think there might be good chemistry, they like write it so that she like is trying to deflect.
Yeah.
Deflect left and right. She's over there like running in circles by herself trying to like avoid something, and then 2 seconds of, not 2 seconds, but like 30 seconds of a nice little dialogue, and then we're off to the next thing. And then, like you said, we stay with, half the time I'm like, where's Iris? I want to know what's happening over there.
Yeah.
Now, Graham and Cameron, when it hits, it hits.
Yes.
Unlike, because like, and there are some moments. The piano scene, they got like cocoa mugs. He's like, I wrote you a song. Super beautiful.
I love it.
But again, it's like this, it's like these written portions or something that like actually helped to like provide those to the story, rather than these moments of like, let's let these two characters do their thing.
Yes, I think we just weren't given enough of Miles and Iris, right? And what we were given, it was flirty. Yeah, we had cute moments, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, it wasn't enough.
Right? So that way, when at the end of the movie, yeah, like he leaves to go talk to his girlfriend, and then he comes back.
Because I hated that scene.
Okay, we'll get to it. When he comes back and like he looks at her and he's like, hey, what are you doing New Year's Eve? Yeah. Can I take you out or whatever? And she's like, oh no, I'm gone. Okay, if I go out there, will you let me take you out, right? And she's like, yeah, totally. And then they kiss. It's not earned.
It's not earned.
It's not earned.
Listen, okay. Can we talk about...
However, but again, Kate Winslet does so good at just like her excitement to like have a date for New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And
have someone... Now, look, they wrote Jack Black's character... Miles. Really great in the sense of like, he really care. He wants to be attentive to the girl he's with.
Yeah.
Right? He plays the like, woe is me, like, why do I pick the bad girls?
Yeah.
Right? And she like gives her little monologue of like amazingness that like that we get from, that's a payoff to the opening sequence of her, and then again reinforced with the fact that Jasper comes back, is trying to freaking have an affair.
Freaking
Jasper. And Kate Winslet gets Gumption, and
kicks him out.
I wish she had kicked him in the balls. It would have been so much better. Because he deserves it.
I wanted her to just grab his manuscript and toss it.
Yeah.
As she pushes him out the door.
And take your manuscript.
Boom.
Yes.
Right? No, you're right. I think I love Kate Winslet, and I think what really seals it for me is when they're at the sushi bar. Miles gets the call from his ex-girlfriend. Okay? And it's like a side shot. He's talking on the phone, and you have like his profile, and you have Kate Winslet and her facial expressions.
Yeah.
Because, we hear something along the lines of like, oh, yeah, I can be there. I can meet up with you or something like that. And her eyes just sink. And I think that's the saving acting that makes me almost believe the chemistry between them. That her acting, just not saying anything and just like her eyes sinking.
Yeah.
She kind of recluses, her body language just kind of recluses to herself. It just shows like maybe she does have feelings for him. And like she knows where this is going. She knows that
he's stuck in the same problem that I am.
And
you know what? It's not going to work. And like, why even, like, why am I here? Like, what am I doing? Like questioning her, like what's happening. And look, I hate it. I absolutely hate the fact that they wrote this.
Uh-huh.
I don't care that they cut to the scene where he's like mindlessly listening and then he shows up right as Arthur's giving a speech.
Yeah.
No, I'm calling bullshit. I'm going to say it. Listen, I'm like, I remember really loving this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm watching it now and I'm like,
No, but the cheesiness of it all.
But even with the cheesiness, man, I want my cheesiness to be cheesy over the top, but I want it to work. Okay, I don't want like the fake cheesy nacho cheese that like turns somewhat weird, like like crusted, where you pick it up and it just got the little like filament.
I've got the image in my head now.
That's not what I want. Okay, I want good Oaxaca cheese. Okay.
No, you're right. But it is amazing how Kate Winslet and Jude Law carry.
That's what
this
I was.
movie.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for bringing this up.
And they're not like the romantic.
They're not the romantic. They're the brother and sister.
Yeah.
You know what? It truly is that these two characters come in, and they are the force that helps to make it feel so heartwarming. The romantic comediness, the cheesiness, the like quirkiness. I mean, like the fact that the epiphany and the aha moments. So we can talk about that.
Okay.
Right. I mean, we've already talked a little bit about the fact that like, look, Iris, Miles both have the similar struggles. Right.
Iris's epiphany, powerful, just great. We just talked about it, right? It's so great for her to come to her senses and be like, dude, you're still engaged. What were you hoping to happen here?
And I'm so glad he's like, wait, you mean that you're not engaged, right?
Yeah.
And he deflects.
Yeah. What is it that he says? He says something along the lines of like, I'm figuring it out or something like that.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Something like that.
Some dick comment.
What a tool.
What a tool. But like her aha moment, in contrast to like Miles, who, like you said, is just this mindless like montage of just like hearing her talk and blah, blah, blah.
I just made a mistake.
Yeah.
Will you just take me? I'm like, okay, of course she wants to go back to the guy who's producing semi-scores for other smaller movies, or like semi helping out with whatever. It has money. Come on.
Ooh, so your belief is that she's a gold digger. She's just going back for the connections.
I don't even think she's going for the connection. I think she's going because he has a stable job. She can mooch off of him while she tries to do the actress thing.
Yeah.
And is literally just mooching. She's not even golden. She's just like literally trying to like mooch, until she finds some other dude or meets, some other actor or whatever.
Okay. All right. I like that headcanon.
Yeah.
But then we look at let's look at Graham's and Amanda's aha moment.
This one's better. No, you go.
So they agree that they're gonna not pursue anything.
Yep.
Right? And therefore, like, she gets in the car, she leaves, and in that moment the feelings come and she cries.
Does she cry? Does she shed one tear?
She sheds a tear, right?
It's fine. It works.
It's fine. Here's what I wrote in my notes. Cameron Diaz's acting isn't usually talked about, nor should it really ever be usually praised. But her finally crying, yeah, it hits me. But it's nothing compared to Jude Law crying. Oh my gosh.
She walks in and he's like, I told you I cried.
Oh, Jude Law crying. It's so good. Man, that Jude Law.
Hey, Kate Winslet, baby.
It's so good. But here's why I like it, and it's more believable. The script takes time to show us Graham's life.
Yes.
As a single father.
Yeah.
And we spend like a good 8-10 minutes with Amanda showing up to his house.
Yeah.
Finding out who Sophie and
Olivia
were. And then which also, you put two little cute British girls on screen, and like it's gonna hit hard. Like, those little girls were great. They were so good.
And Cameron Diaz, honestly, had good.
That's when she
shows up.
That's when she shows up.
Yeah.
When you give her a good script, good lines, a good setting, and tell her to like stick to it, she delivered.
Yeah.
And it's so good.
Yeah, and then on top of that, like the conflict of like, is this gonna work? How would this work? And like the struggle between Graham and Amanda, right? Amanda seeing that this is something she might want to pursue, right? Again, well done.
And the payoff. Earlier, she talks about how she and her mom and dad, right, the divorce, they were called the Three Musketeers.
Yeah.
And they're laying there in the tent, and the little girl, I think it was Olivia, was like, yeah, we're the Three Musketeers.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know. So good.
oh, my heart.
I know.
Oh, I can't. I'm like the Grinch.
Okay.
My heart is growing 3 times right now.
Okay, so epiphany, aha moment? Yes.
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 I'll give it.
Okay.
Um,
Grand gestures.
this is where I don't think...
Wait. The conflict that separates our lovebirds. Is there one?
I mean...
We kind of talked about with with Jack Black leaving the fact that like they maybe for Amanda and there. Do I feel like they're like
It's weak.
they're weak,
Yeah.
but I think they're good enough to give us the aha moments with the 2 winners.
With the 2 winners, yeah. Yeah.
So we give it to them,
Let's give it to him.
or do we just call it? Do we just not give? Do we have? Because right now we've only done yes and no. Is there like it was there, but it wasn't earned?
Okay, that's true. All right. We can give it like a 0.5 out of a 1.
Just one little slash instead of a full check. No, we'll give it the check, but we'll give it a check minus.
Check minus.
Okay. Before we talk about grand well, look, let's hands down soundtrack, amazing,
Great.
phenomenal.
Hans Zimmer always delivers,
Oh,
right?
always delivers.
But like, is this his only like technically like the only rom-com thing
I think so,
he scored? It's so good. The piano,
dude, so good, and like the like diversity of kind of like what he's going for, and each like kind of like story arc that's happening.
yeah,
So good.
it's really good. This is post Pirates.
Yeah.
Post Pirates. I mean, obviously post his big wins of Lion King and whatnot. But like, it is so good.
It is really it's underrated. I think in when people think about Hans Zimmer's.
Yeah, it is.
Like if you put this music on and you're like trying to set a tone, I think you could easily find a track in this movie to really set the tone for like a date night.
Not just that, but like I was playing it in the car a couple days ago, and my wife was like, "Wait, is this? I know this." I'm like, "Okay, what is it from?" And she's like, "Is this a holiday?" I'm like, "Yes." Right? Like it's memorable, and like the melody of it, just you remember where it's from, right? Anyway,
Top notch. Way to go, Hans.
way to go, Hans.
Always doing it.
And also like just the music that plays as well.
Yeah.
Like not composed music.
Yeah.
I forget the actual term for it, but yeah, it's really good. I like it. Okay, grand gesture. I think the movie tries to tell us that Kate or that Amanda crying is the grand gesture of her, like, I mean, of her getting out of the car, running back in the snow in her heels
For like way too long.
for way too long, is the grand gesture. You could also argue that it's the decision, the sacrifice of like being of the willingness to be like, no, we're gonna try this long term.
Yeah.
Or long distance.
Yeah.
Which is such a unique way to end the movie because we don't know, like,
Yeah, we don't know. It's literally it actually ends on like actual first date, like the beginning of an actual relationship and a first date of a relationship.
yeah. Do you like that?
This before this watch, I would say yes. On this watch, I'm going to say no.
Why?
I think for me is like, again, I think it comes back to the fact I wanted more Iris and Miles, or Iris and some other situation, some other kid.
Yeah.
I wanted more Iris to like feel the fact something that she gets gumption, she calls off, and she starts something, has a really hard break, has another realization, like has Jasper come in, sets the fact that she's like, no, I'm, and has her aha moment, so, and really deliver on the like coming in for the last Arthur kind of like the date invite, right?
Sure.
Like I'm okay if it was there, if it worked,
yeah.
for the whole thing, but like I guess, I mean, if I'm not being so cynical, it works.
Mm-hmm.
It's heartwarming. It's fun. It's loving. I love the dance, like them just connecting. It's the holidays. It's like, you know what? Everyone deserves love.
Yeah.
Everyone deserves love. And sometimes it's hard to find it. Sometimes you freaking go through a lot of heartbreak. I've gone through a lot of heartbreak. So, it's good. But I do think that watching this round, I like wanted more because I see so much. Like, I mean, even when you watch it the first couple of times, you're like, this movie's amazing. I think as because we've been doing this pod, I think I'm trying to become more critical about the movies. As I think, especially if this is one that I've watched, I don't know, at least 7 times.
Yeah.
Right. And so I've had several, watches on this. And so I'm trying to think, like, is this up to what I like? Really, why do I really like this movie? And at the end of the day, although when you look at it as a whole, it's a just quirky, cheesy, romantic movie that could have been an amazing movie, rom-com movie. I want to do a rewrite with you.
Okay.
Something after we talk this other night, because I really do think that like this movie deserves more than it already is, because it's amazing. It's a great movie.
It's a great movie, and it really set like Nancy Meyers on this great trajectory for her career, right?
Yes.
I don't think she would have been able to like get the Diane Keaton or Jack Nicholson for her next one, right? Or even for The Intern, what's his name? Robert De Niro, right? So like it's a great movie. But yes, I think you said you want to do a rewrite for it. A rewrite of one movie or a rewrite of 2 movies? Because this is 2 movies into one.
I think I think for one movie.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? To me, I think we could still keep the house exchange, right? To a degree.
Yeah.
But you don't maybe it's she's the person who is a film exec. They're on location shoot or something, and they leverage it out so they can, they get income or whatever, right? She finds out the spot. She comes into LA. She has Jude Law is in Hollywood.
Okay.
He's the film composer.
Oh, okay.
Kate Winslet, Jude Law. They find the fact their meet cute is similar. Comes to go pick up music, have a little moment. Later, Arthur comes in. Arthur is going about it. They have when they come for the Hanukkah dinner, right? They find out that they're from the same town.
Oh, okay.
Okay, same town, and they have wonderful little montage. They date a little bit. Arthur, he's educating. We still have Jasper.
Right.
Okay. We still have Jasper. Arthur is pushing Iris to watch the movie, but also seeing what's happening with Jude Law Miles. Okay. Jude Law is battling the fact that he can't have his girls.
Oh, okay.
So he's torn up.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know where else to go. I'm workshopping.
This is good.
But I'm saying, but I think to me the rewatch, and then maybe so then they have the conflict is that like Jude Law is trying to win back, and Jasper comes in, and maybe something further happens with Jasper, where he's like, let's go, right? Whatever. They do. So the conflict is right before Arthur's thing. Conflict happens. She goes there. She goes back to Surrey. The grand gesture is Jude Law coming all the way back to Surrey.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Long trip.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And composing a song at the pub and singing a song to her or something like that. I don't know. All I'm saying is like that to me slays. I've got to workshop it more, but I feel like there's something more there.
You've got something there, man. I like that. I think that's and at the end of the day, that's what this movie struggles with is they gave so much attention and time too much time to these to Amanda and Graham, that it really impacted then the other storyline of Miles and Iris. And had it not been for a Kate Winslet, this movie would have been very different. Very different.
Very different.
Which is for me like why it's saved.
It truly is saved.
I love this movie. I do. It
makes you smile.
Yeah, it has a lot of issues. Yeah, we've talked about them. But it is good.
It is good. You know what I think that is good about is that we all can relate to the one that you wish you could have been with, but you missed your mark, but you think you might have an option. You might have had an opportunity with at some other time, right? In that window of you dating, trying to figure things out, maybe high school, early college, or during college time period, there was someone that you had in your life. Or on the other side, the heartbreak of having somebody that you really care for that crushes you.
Yeah.
Or the loss, somebody that, whether that be an actual loss of, death, or the loss of separation just because they drifted apart, right? And carrying that. There's a lot to relate to for us as individuals, as humans, that this movie then packages in a good enough, it nails the things that needs to be for a rom-com.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good enough for us to want to care. It's just tragic that we spend too much time on certain things. Because to me, it's almost like Meyer wrote the opening for Iris, has a little bit, and then somewhere pivots.
I'm telling you, executives were like, no, we need to spend more time on Jude Law and Cameron Diaz. Because this movie you said it perfectly. It really pivots. It makes you believe this is going to be
a Kate
Winslet movie.
It turns out to be a Jude Law story.
Yeah. I think that's essentially what happened. Some executive was like, nope, you got to change it. We got Jude Law and Cameron Diaz in one movie. Let's switch this.
Could they do a remake of this movie?
So I was thinking about this all week after watching it. I really
just had that thought. I was like, oh crap. They could do a remake.
What saves this movie is Kate Winslet, even though it was poorly written, and Jude Law.
Yeah. Okay.
Who do you get to step up to those shoes?
Okay, so Florence Pugh
as
Iris.
Okay.
Maybe she's too young. It's gotta be British.
Yeah.
Oh man, no, you're right. I don't know, dude. Kate Winslet, dude, that woman is amazing. We need to do another movie with Kate Winslet.
We do need to do another Kate Winslet. I mean, I'm searching right now. I'm like, no, these are.
I'm like Ryan Gosling.
Okay, you would go. Okay,
I would go Ryan Gosling as Miles.
Mm-hmm. As Miles.
Come on, bro.
But do you think the character description is to be like a not traditional handsome individual?
I think that's where because Jack Black's not. I mean, yes, I think his wardrobe was weak.
Oh, okay.
I think Jack Black wardrobe was weak.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they had, I think because it turned into a side character rather than Iris being the main character and Arthur being the other kind of like interesting happening, and Miles just being this other thing that kind of like was showcasing, and then we have Graham as the main character.
Yeah.
Because I think, I think good-looking men have struggling relationships that want real relationships.
Sure.
And I think that Iris deserves someone as good as Jasper in looks. Not that Jack Black isn't good looking, but
Yes. Okay.
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
All right. Ryan Gosling that smiles.
'Kay.
All right.
I'm tentative Florence Pugh as Iris.
I'll tell you who would be my Iris.
Who's your Iris?
Felicity Jones.
Yes. Oh,
Now pair that with Ryan Gosling.
ooh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Who's Amanda? Oh, you know who Amanda should be? Who plays in she's in like all the Marvel movies. She's like the agent.
Oh, the actress that plays Maria Hill.
Maria Hill, yes. I can't remember her name.
Kobe Smulders.
Yes. Her as Amanda.
Interesting.
Or no, you couldn't do Reese Witherspoon. No. But yeah. Smulders as Amanda. And then who as God, I was like Chris Pratt?
You know who I don't see the chemistry if we're going with Kobe Smulders. What's his name?
Oh, no.
Eddie Redmayne.
Who?
The guy from The Theory of Everything.
Luke Evans. Luke Evans as Graham. Luke Evans is Graham. Do you know who Luke Evans is?
Yeah, Gaston, right?
Oh, yes. He's not a suave. He's rugged. He's good looking, but I don't know.
Well, yeah, from Crimes of Grindelwald. He's the one that plays the main character. Who I'm saying, Eddie Redmayne. He plays what's his face? The
yeah. The main character from Newt.
Yeah.
Yes. 100%.
But I don't see him with Kobe.
Who'd you put him with? Dude,
here's what I think.
You haven't seen Kobe in like other rom-coms.
That is true. I have not.
She often played she was often not the leading role, but I think she deserves a leading, strong female role in a rom-com. She's funny. She's good looking.
Mm-hmm.
I think she I would love to see what could happen.
Okay.
Because the whole thing about Amanda is the fact that she's caught up in her work.
Yes.
Right? And I think Colby could nail that perspective and have like an opening in the thing.
Sure.
I don't know.
And I think the casting behind Cameron Diaz was she's
a hot commodity right now.
One, and she has background in comedy.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's what they were wanting her character to be that like comedic relief. I don't think it landed as well as I thought maybe, or as well as they thought maybe it would.
Yeah.
But I think if you get like an actress who has a background in comedy and can do that drama, yeah, good casting.
Come on. Well, we need what's an alternative for Amanda? Come on, because I think you Fantastic Beasts got character.
He hasn't done
Eddie Redmayne.
He hasn't done like a.
He'd be
a rom-com, has he?
No,
think he has.
dude. But neither. I think Colby's only been in. I mean, she was in How I Met Your Mother, right? So she has comedy background. You know, I just think I don't know. All I'm saying. But you know, maybe if we're going with like still blonde, I don't know.
Here it is.
Queenie Gold. The girl who plays Queenie Gold. Alison Sudol.
Here's who would be my cast. Ready?
Okay.
Elizabeth Olsen.
Oh,
Scarlet Witch.
Heck yes.
She's funny.
Yeah.
She can do comedy.
Yes.
She can bring like
seriousness
to it.
And like heartwarmingness.
Yep.
Ooh, dude, that's killer. Wait, as Amanda?
As Amanda.
Do we still go with? I always feel like I would put her as Iris.
Nah, she's not British.
Oh, is Alison Sudol? Oh no, she's
Felicity
American.
Jones. Come on, Felicity Jones with Ryan Gosling.
Felicity Jones, the guy. Yes, dude. Kid, that would be killer. Come on. You can't tell me that wouldn't like
Nah, it'd be great. Yeah.
be amazing.
You need for Iris, you need an actress who can bring like the gravitas to the depth and of this character.
Yeah.
And I think Felicity Jones, like,
She can
do that.
Yeah.
She was great in A Theory of Everything. Yeah, I think she could do it.
Shoot. Oh, dude. Okay, well,
There it is.
there you have it.
Here's my last question as we wrap up. We've talked a lot about Jude Law. Why do you think Jude Law didn't become... He's never been the lead in a movie.
He's never been a lead in a movie? Wasn't he the lead in Arthur?
Okay.
Oh, no. He wasn't the lead. He was the antagonist.
You might be right.
But
isn't Arthur that one that like really bombed hard?
yeah, dude, it's...
Really
It gets wild at the end. It's like an anime. He was in Captain Marvel?
Yeah, he was like the antagonist.
That's right.
Yeah, no, he's never been a lead.
What? Dude, Hollywood.
I guess
What
Dom Hemingway, but that movie was really bad.
What movie?
Dom Hemingway?
What is that about?
Oh, some guy that comes out of prison and now.
Is he not in Cold Mountain?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Cold Mountain. That was like
All right.
an Academy Award winning.
All right, but that was prior to The Holiday, right? Yes. He did Alfie, which that's the one they were thinking, not Arthur. Alfie, which didn't do that great.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he was in Road to Perdition, Enemy of the Gates, but he never really became a lead.
Ah, man, but you know what? I'm gonna put this out there. Shout out to all those who don't make leads, because they're the people who are getting like not lead roles, but the support lead role, and probably crushing it in funds. In the sense, maybe not as much as lead, but they get more, and they maybe they're in it for the character.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you look at Jude Law and you look at every single role that he plays. I mean, I haven't watched Peter Pan and Wendy because I heard it wrecked.
I actually enjoyed it.
Did you? You watched it?
I watched it.
Wait a second. The person who doesn't watch TV shows?
It's a movie.
Oh, it's a movie?
Yeah.
Oh, that's your reason.
It's a movie. I like that. I don't think it's like phenomenal.
Okay, well,
Like
I'll give it a shot.
It's enjoyable, but Jude Law steals that movie.
Is he Hook?
He's Hook, and he is so freaking good in it. Like he was like what kept me going.
See?
Yeah, he was he was freaking good.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it. Dude, that's awesome. Okay, so anyways, yeah. Good freaking stuff, man.
Great movie. We hope you enjoyed today's episode, and we would love it if you could subscribe on whatever platform you get your podcast, or if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe and follow. Also, if you could leave a review, it really helps us get discovered on the charts and share. It helps us a lot.
If you, just so you know, we are going to be taking a hiatus, but don't go away. We are going to be releasing some of the other episodes so that you may even or not have listened to. And for those newcomers who are coming in, be sure just to let you know, we'll have a little shout out. We will be back mid-January on season 2 with some amazing good stuff. Again, thank you, everyone. This has been a great year. It's been an amazing year. We really, truly appreciate. We've got 41 subs or episodes. And shout out to the 200-something people who subscribe to us on YouTube. You are awesome. And to those who listen to us every week. If you want to get in touch with us or want to chat with us about other movies or recommendations as we prepare for season 2, be sure to follow us at Real Chums to join the conversation and to let us know, or email us at your@realchums.com. You can find me on Twitter at Rubio_TV. And you can find me on Twitter at Marstrosity, MARZTROSITY. We hope you have a wonderful holiday season, and we're excited to have you join us next year. We'll see you guys.